Hi friends. Welcome back. Today's discussion, I have chosen a topic about money laundering law. And the discussion is a general discussion to examine whether the proceedings under the money laundering law is a civil proceeding or a criminal proceeding. So there is a lot of confusion, lot of gray area that in the money laundering law the properties are confiscated, they are attached, and apart from that there is criminal court proceedings. So what it is at all, whether money laundering law prevention of money laundering act deals with a civil proceeding or is it a criminal proceeding, that is the question, particular question, the nature of the proceedings under PMLA, which is the subject matter of today's discussion. So far as the money laundering is concerned, that has been defined as an offense under section 3 of the Prevention of Money Laundering Act. So the activity of money laundering, which is dealing with the proceeds of crime, has been defined as an offense. Offense means it has been defined as a criminal activity, as a crime. So the moment we say that the activity of money laundering is a crime, then it is a criminal proceeding, that is clear. So any proceeding dealing with the trial of an offense, popularly known as crime, is a criminal proceeding. So whenever there is an allegation of money laundering against any accused, the complaint is filed before a trial court, what we call as a special court nominated as per the provisions of Money Laundering Act. So those special courts are basically session courts. So the proceeding by virtue of a complaint, criminal complaint filed by ED, that is Enforcement Directorate, before the court is very much a criminal proceeding. And the trial takes place as per the Code of Criminal Procedure. So the proceedings before trial court, there is no doubt it is a criminal proceeding. Now the second limb of this act is that the property which is basically proceeds of crime in possession of anyone, whether the person who is having the proceeds of crime, the property constituting the proceeds of crime, may or may not be accused in the main complaint of criminal complaint filed by the ED. So the person may or may not be accused in that criminal complaint of the offense of money laundering as per section 3 of the act. The attachment proceedings of those proceeds of crime, of that property constituting the proceeds of crime. Now this activity is something which there is a gray area whether this activity, this proceeding by ED is a criminal proceeding or is it a civil proceeding. The doubt arises because the law says that the proceeds of crime, the property constituting the proceeds of crime, shall in due course be confiscated as per law. So when it says that the property will be confiscated as per law, which we will discuss, and before that confiscation there is attachment of the property, so there is attachment proceedings, and then thereafter there are confiscation proceedings under the law. So whether these attachment and confiscation proceedings are civil or criminal, the moment we say the property will be confiscated, it comes to our mind as if it is a criminal proceeding, it is a punishment kind of thing, it is a penalty kind of thing, and therefore it is a criminal proceeding. The answer is no. The answer is no. It is not a criminal proceeding, it is a civil proceeding. So PMLA is twofold. So far as trial of the offense before the court is concerned, it is a criminal proceeding. So far as attachment by Enforcement Directorate is concerned and later on its confiscation is concerned, it is a civil proceeding. So this is what we call as a concept of civil confiscation. I repeat, this confiscation of the property under PMLA is what we call as civil confiscation. So there is a concept of civil confiscation. So the general perception in our mind that whenever there is a confiscation of property, it has to be criminal. That is what is the subject matter of today. So every confiscation is not a criminal confiscation. It can be a civil confiscation. So the proceedings for attachment is a civil proceeding. What happens so far as the attachment and confiscation proceedings are concerned? What is the process? The enforcement directorate proceeds to attach the property, that is proceeds of crime, under the possession of anyone, whether he is accused or not accused in the offense of money laundering. So if the person is having in his possession the proceeds of crime, the ED has been authorized to proceed to attach those properties. Once the properties are attached, the reference is made to adjudicating authority. There is an adjudicating authority under the law, which is section 8. Under section 8, it is the adjudicating authority which decides, which confirms or releases the attachment done by the enforcement directorate. So it is the adjudicating authority which decides whether the attachment is as per law or not. Now mind it, adjudicating authority does not decide whether the offense of money laundering has been committed or not. What it decides is that the attachment done by the ED, whether it is as per law or not. This adjudicating authority has been conferred as if it is a civil court, as if it is a civil court. So like a civil court can issue summons and call attendance and record witnesses, likewise adjudicating authority also can do it. So adjudicating authority has been given the status of a civil court. It decides whether the attachment is to be confirmed or not. Now so far as the offense is concerned, it is by virtue of criminal complaint filed before the trial court, and that proceeding before the trial court, which is a session court, is a criminal proceeding. Whether the offense of money laundering has been committed or not is within the jurisdiction of that trial court. Now, if at the end of the trial court decides that yes, the offense of money laundering has been committed, then the second round comes up before the adjudicating authority. First round was to confirm the attachment. Now the second round comes before the adjudicating authority, which is a civil authority, to pass an order confiscating the property. If the offense has been proved, the authority passes an order to confiscate the property. If the offense is not proved before the trial court, the adjudicating authority releases the property. So this proceeding, two proceedings are there before the adjudicating authority. One is to confirm the attachment or release the attachment, and second, if the attachment has been confirmed, that then at the end of the trial, the adjudicating authority either passes the confiscation order if the offense has been proved, or releases the property if the offense has not been proved. The orders of the adjudicating authority, there is an appeal mechanism. The appeal lies with the appellate authority. Then again the appellate authority is given the status of a civil court. Those proceedings before the appellate tribunal arising out of the orders passed by the adjudicating authority are also civil proceedings. So the question was whether the proceedings in PMLA are civil proceedings or criminal proceedings. The answer is, so far as the trial before the trial court is concerned, by virtue of a criminal complaint filed by the ED, it is a criminal proceeding. So far as the attachment of the property is concerned, and then so far as the confiscation proceedings before adjudicating authority is concerned, and so far as the appeals arising out of the orders of the adjudicating authority before the appellate tribunal are concerned, it is all a civil proceeding. So the attachment and confiscation proceedings are civil proceedings, and the trial before the special court is a criminal proceeding. So that is the small issue, the small subject which was the topic of today. I thought of that, let me share it with you. So this is a small question I shared with you, and I hope you are in all in good health. Thank you. Thanks.